Hello, welcome to our assignment about different perspectives on moving west. And what we're going to do for this one is we're going to put together a one-pager similar to what we did for the Constitution if you were here for that. Okay, and we're going to be discussing three very different perspectives on westward expansion and what it meant for Chinese or for American history. Sorry. Specifically, we're looking at the perspectives of white settlers, also sometimes called colonizers, again, depending on the perspective, indigenous peoples, that is to say, Native Americans, right? Folks who were already here, living here long before white Americans, white settlers, white colonizers were here, and then Chinese immigrants. Okay, each of these different groups has a very different perspective on the American West and on settlement in the American West. All right, worth knowing, by the way, if you need a modified assignment for some reason, whatever that might be, right? Email me and let me know. If you've got an IEP or if you're multilingual, right, and you're receiving services for that, just send me a note and say, hey, I need a modified assignment. Not a huge deal, easy for me to do, and that's all you'll need. I track who gets provided those services, right? If you don't receive those kind of services, then I do need you to give me a reason. It does not need to be the Great American Novel, but I do want a reason. Okay, and it could be as simple as I'm struggling in a bunch of other classes and I just need a break. Okay, I need something easy to do. Okay. Right? That's enough. You don't really need to say I have 6 Fs, and if you cut me some slack here, then that'll give me a little bit of extra time to try and focus on bringing up the other classes, right? I don't need that much detail. Tell me that if you really want to, but don't feel like you have to. Okay. Or something like, you know what? I'm just really struggling right now. I don't have capacity for a more complex assignment. Okay. You don't need to say something like, my mom's in the hospital right now and I have to wrestle my 3 younger brothers in their schoolwork and I just can't right now. Okay. So again, just the basics are fine. Tell me you need it. Tell me the basics of why. Okay. What we're going to actually be doing for this assignment, so in terms of those 3 perspectives, or in terms of that one pager, right? We've got our basic format expectations. The one thing I don't need you to worry about is writing a name or a class period. Okay. Nice part about being at IA is I could have 120 kids in a class and they'd all be in the same section. So just don't worry about putting your name on it because Canvas also tells me that right away. Okay. So you're going to choose a template or create one of your own. I don't really care which. You're going to create a border that reflects the theme of moving west. Okay. Color, use some kind of color, right? And be purposeful about the arrangement, right? Think about why you're using certain colors or why one thing is near to another, right? And then there are your 3 required perspectives that you have to talk about, right? Chinese immigrants, an indigenous person, again, indigenous means Native American, and white settlers or missionaries. Okay. And then for each of those 3, right, you've got to tell me a little bit about what you learned, 2 images that represent that learning, what are the kind of the key ideas, and then a direct quote from the section. Okay. Give me some kind of some statement of the importance or the connection to today, and then be sure to incorporate some vocabulary. All right, that's really what you need to do. It's a little bit more artsy of an assignment. Worth remembering, number 1, this is history class. This is not art class. So in other words, simple drawings, stick figures if you're doing people, all work great. Okay. Don't worry about your drawing. If you're worried that I can't tell what you're trying to say with the drawing, add some labels. No big deal, right? Then you get credit for it. Point is that you're trying. Okay. If you're one of my artsy kids who loves to spend time on that stuff and wants to make it look beautiful, go for it. Go for it. Okay. Also, you can do it electronically if you want to. If you've got a way to do that, you can hand draw it and take a picture and upload it. Cool with all of that, right? Whatever works for you. Okay. All right, if you have questions, if you need any help with anything, and again, if you want an alternative assignment, because I know art sometimes freaks kids out, or this might be a little more detailed or a little bit more than you have time for, right? Or the ability for, go ahead, send me an email, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you during class.